Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, episode 100. We have finally made it to the Under Review podcast. I'm your host, Todd. Joining me today will be my co-host, Marty. Brandon Trammell should be in here in a little bit, and also Jud Dickinson. So we're going to go round table for episode 100. Shouldn't be that long. I say shouldn't, but you know when them two get talking, who knows when we'll ever end. But it's been a lot happening here. We'll get to that once we bring Marty onto the show and what else that we have planned for future reference. But without further ado, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and let's get in. All right, like I said, episode 100, we have finally made it. Marty's having a seizure over there, but everything's going to be okay.
Could be worse.
Could be. But, like I said, first of all, welcome to episode 100.
That's been... Wait, however it goes.
What, 3 months in the making?
Huh? What are you doing? I'm recording.
Uh-oh. He's in trouble. Yeah, probably.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What happened?
Hey, Bill. I was trying to have a dramatic entrance and it turned to crap real fast. Be quiet.
Anywho, besides Marty getting in trouble, like always.
There's nothing new.
But like I said, this has been a couple months in advance that we've been trying to work on this. I was coaching baseball. There was no possible way that could have happened. You've been doing your own thing. Making cards and whatnot. But we'll first start out with, before we get into the college football selection, we will start out with the new news, I would like to say.
The new news?
What's going on outside of Under Review podcast.
Did you say new?
New news.
Did you see that thing I sent you?
Probably not.
With the new and the Teletubby?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Anyway.
But, so, this current upcoming season, probably about, I think it was August, I think is when they start. Me and Marty will be calling high school football for the Raglan Purple Devils, who on May 19th passed to keep the school open. I think it said 30 years. Is that what it was?
Yeah, something like that. For
at least 30 years, okay. But we have the opportunity to call play-by-play for them this upcoming
Not for 30
season.
Years.
No, well, I mean, God only hopes, but for at least next year, we're getting equipment ready. Going to have to still talk to the coach and the principal, but I'm pretty sure they'll be on board. The mayor of Raglan is on board.
Yeah, don't get twisted. There's still a lot of bugs to work out.
Oh, definitely. But, I mean, as far as we know, we have a fundraising event coming up June 13th. Hopefully, if everything goes right. Yeah, might get pushed back, but, fingers crossed. But we'll still work on it.
Yeah, definitely need to have a producer meeting on that one.
Yeah, no, like I said, I talked to the mayor about everything. So, again, it could be June 13th or it could get pushed back, but it should be in the month of June. God willing.
I'm going to hold my breath, but like I said, the wheels are in place.
Yeah, and like I said, all that would be me and Marty calling game or play-by-play action for Raglan Purple Devils on Friday night. For if you can't make it, it's too far of a drive. Like that Woodville drive is going to kill me, I know. But I looked at the schedule, and that's about the biggest one.
How far is that?
It's about an hour and a half for me.
Sounds like fun.
Probably about an hour for you then.
It sounds like carpool.
Yeah. But we'll be doing that. Anything else since we haven't recorded?
School. Not that I can think of. that's jumping off the page besides a whole bunch of other college stuff. But
Well, let's kind of get into that with the SEC. Well, where to start, first of all, is a good question.
solid point.
I did see recently LSU did hire Ed Ogeron back
Go Joe.
from going from telling me which door you want me to walk out of to coming right back in.
I mean, they paid him a lot to walk, and they probably paid him a lot to come back. So
Well, I think it was some kind of assistant. I can't remember the
right,
exact
assistant to the coach or something like that.
something like that. It's not. Uh, it's a coaching
Role,
job, but it's not. Yeah, it's a coaching role, but not a job.
right.
From what my understanding was. But I think it would be good to have him back in LSU inside Baton
yeah.
Rouge. But it's and I think him and Lane will actually work pretty well together. I don't think there will be any clashing of the heads and anything like that.
Well, I mean, Lane Kiffin, he's already cracked a few, or rubbed a few people the wrong way on his exit out of Ole Miss to begin with. So,
Well, again, that is Lane Kiffin to begin with. So, what do you expect? Any news about what Diego Pavia didn't go drafted? That's funny.
that is a fine. I don't know. I think he had some of the hoopla as like what Johnny Manziel had, but he was not as cool as Johnny Manziel.
No,
But didn't
not
he
to that
sign?
extent.
Yeah, didn't
Signed
he
with the Ravens.
Ravens, yeah. I just don't know. I don't think he will turn over. Now watch, here we sit. He'll win a Super Bowl in 2 years, but I'm not putting all my chickens in one egg.
Former Alabama running back and current Packers running back Josh Jacobs did get arrested a while ago, so there's that.
Alabama, you mean Auburn?
Josh Jacobs played at Alabama.
That was Brandon Jacobs.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Like
Was that
12
yours or
counts of-
mine?
No, that's probably yours. 12 counts of battery, it felt like.
Oh, we got some Ray Rice going on.
Domestic violence, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's awful.
Like I said, I don't really know where to start without the two moneymakers, but I do know.
I know Brandon was coming, but what about Jud?
He said he was.
So
I know the. What?
was it just Brandon, or was it going to be Major too?
I have no clue.
I didn't even think to ask him. I talked to him the other day.
Send him again.
Well, you know, Brandon won't wait till the last minute to do anything, so.
I was 15 minutes late, so.
Well, I was just hoping I found all my stuff.
I'm only running one screen. My other screen messed up right now. I don't know what's going on with it.
Throw it out in the yard, let the chickens poke at it.
Oh, here's Brandon. Ah, there he is.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Can you hear?
I can't.
Your Mikey no worky. It's Mikey. Yeah, can't hear you.
Nice, gonna click some buttons.
And everybody's gonna go mute.
Yeah, go White House down.
Did you see that?
What is that? Oh, was that your Braves ring?
Yeah.
You seem a little fuzzy today.
It's fluffy.
No, you're always fluffy like your cameras.
It's set blur.
No, you.
I got glasses on. This is clear to me.
Oh my god.
Oh,
here you go.
And here you go. He'll be back. New coaches coming in. We've talked about them before we left. Alex Golish, Ryan Silverfield, I want to say. Lane Kiffin. That's 3. The dude in Kentucky.
Yeah, well, they needed a new coach.
I can't think of his name right now.
It's that young guy?
Yeah, it's Will Steen or something like that.
Yeah.
I think with just those 4, I know there's 2 more I want to say. Summerall at Florida.
Yeah, that's a good hire. We that's who we were looking at before Golish, which I like Golish so far. But that'd be a good one for Florida. Now, did their quarterback stay?
DJ Lagway? No.
Is it, yeah, Lagway?
I want to say no. Like I said, it's been a long time since we've last. No, he's in Baylor, I want to say.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he transferred to Baylor, which we'll have to play him this year, so that's fun.
Was it game one?
Yeah. In
Did
Atlanta.
you see the deal with Hank Brown?
Which one?
The one from Auburn.
I know who Hank Brown is, but what situation?
I think like he moved schools again.
What, like Texas State or something like that?
I think so. I've just seen former Auburn quarterback moved again or something like that, and I thought it was him. Or I know it was him, but I wasn't sure if it was another lateral move.
Well, I don't know. I think Holden Greenier also moved too.
Not my monkeys, not my circus anymore.
Oh, it says still at Iowa.
And it might have been Greenier or Garner.
Talking about Walker White?
That's it, yeah, not Hank Brown.
Yeah, he transferred out of Auburn to Central Arkansas. He's playing in Division or FCS now.
Good for him, maybe.
We'll cover a couple of their games this year with around the state. I don't really remember which teams play in that area.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There we go.
For effect?
He's got his strobe light for dramatic effect. But we was just talking new coaches inside the SEC and who should make the biggest impact.
Lane Kiffin.
I knew that was coming.
Along with Ed Orgeron.
Yeah, we just covered that.
Yeah, we just covered that. I think they have the bigger stage to do things like that, but I think the best piece is going to probably be Summerall at Florida. Now, whether he has the players to do that,
I think somewhere at Florida, like we've talked about, it's a good move, but also losing DJ Lagway did also hurt. Now, granted, I don't think DJ Lagway was the quote unquote Texas savior or Florida savior like they thought Anthony Richardson was, which again, he was a bust. Still is a bust for the Colts. That's why he's not playing. That's why Daniel Jones is throwing the pigskin for them. But I don't think it will be this year or next year. But Did they get in return another Sunbelt Billy to take his spot?
I don't think so. I think he's a little bit better than Sunbelt Billy.
Well, I mean, like you said, they pulled him from. Tell me again where he came from. James Madison?
Yeah, James Madison.
James Madison is in the what conference?
Look, I don't want to hear it. He was coming to Auburn first.
Right. But I mean, we're talking about another P4 guy, which I mean, this can be same set against Alex Golich. It is a P4 guy which Alex Golich has the resume behind it to prove, what he did at South Florida, turn that team around in 2-3 years, go from winning 3 games to winning 9 games. But coming into an SEC team being Auburn, where you're expected to win 9 every year,
and beat Alabama.
And beat Alabama, plus the 9.
If he wins 7, he'll have a phenomenal year.
I would think so. As a
Golich.
Yeah.
I would. That's definitely, as an Auburn fan, that would be great. As long as one of them 7 is against that red team, I'm okay with that.
I don't foresee it happening next year.
Hey.
But
Not the red team in Tuscaloosa, no.
No, not that team. Maybe Mississippi State.
Well, we're supposed to beat them too.
Well, Mississippi State has gotten better. But, I did see we were talking about recent news. I did see Ahmad Hardy get shot in Missouri.
That's a good lead in, but I did see that as well.
He did. But he is expected to return for game one.
So he's expected to live and return?
He got shot in the leg, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, that's better than Brian Batiste, so.
I was about to say, it's not a Brian Batiste situation like Auburn, but, I mean, we've talked about Ahmad Hardy, who I think or should have won the best newcomer in the SEC last year. I don't know if he did or not.
How many Georgia players have been arrested so far this year?
All of them.
Since we've last talked, about 7, maybe 8.
I feel like
That's a
low.
different story.
You're lowballing
It's
them.
been 3 months since we last recorded, so
Have you seen the AI thing where they're doing Grand Theft Auto and they put the Georgia players in there?
4 stars automatic.
Yeah, you sign 4 stars, and not the good kind either.
No. But I think the new head coaches that will have to work, we're definitely going to have to improve on, will be Will Steen, I want to say is his name, at Kentucky.
He's going to surprise folks. In Kentucky.
Again, it's going to be in, like I said, I haven't done a lot of research, but when we get into it, it's going to be on who he brought in out of what he got out. Because, Zach Calzada graduated finally. Cutter Boley, the freshman that started most of the games, he transferred out. So you're pretty much throwing in. It is a new system, so I mean it won't be that hard to do.
You probably have Uncle Rico throwing the ball.
But it's a new system for everybody to learn, so I think it should be easier than if somebody that was already there.
True.
So
have we talked about Ole Miss yet?
No, just about Lane leaving.
About Nick Kiffin. Now I ain't got to Golden yet. Trust me, there's a lot to say on that one. But
what I hear is if his last name was Brown, they wouldn't have hired him.
Is Trinidad Chambliss still playing?
Remember, didn't he go up for another year? And I think the NCAA denied it.
Well, good. But then I thought they reversed it. I don't know. Like I said, I've been out of a lot of information here. Oh, it fell. I don't care.
Whatever you had, you just get.
It fell. It gone. From Let's Go Oregon talk.
That sounds like one of the buddies.
It's my military buddy from California. Yeah.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
And then Arkansas, new head coach. I think they actually couldn't have picked a worse guy for that job. Now, I'm not saying that Ryan Silverfield is a bad guy. He beat Arkansas this year. Let's say that.
All I'm saying is, if you can recruit somebody to go to Memphis, you can recruit anywhere.
That is true. And this is the same Memphis team that beat Arkansas this past season in Fayetteville. So, there's that.
Yeah, but Sam Pittman, man, he just overstayed his welcome. And I think the culture had been changing for a lot of years, but they just never pulled the trigger on getting him out. So I think with anybody coming in now, it's going to be a good refresh. But they need to win.
I feel like Pittman could have made a lateral transfer to mascot.
Was it the WMU mascot, the big blob?
Yeah.
But yeah, how long was he there? He was, besides Stoops, he was
like
the longest
5 years.
A while.
Was it?
Sam Pittman?
He's been there 4 or 5 years.
It's about 4. Yeah, but Marty said no. The now longest tenured head coach is Kirby Smart.
Well, yeah, but he's got trophies
But he's been there for about 4 or 5 years, I want to say. So, I mean, during that time, you should have done something. I mean, you've went, from what they were.
He did what they asked him to do. He came in and he didn't wreck any motorcycles with an assistant on the back.
But then they hired said assistant to be offensive coordinator. Or head coach, I should say.
No. They hired the said coach. I think that assistant is long gone, knocked up somewhere.
Yeah.
And then I think Travis Williams is gone as well from Arkansas.
Yes, he did. Yes, he was part of the cuts that they made. I want to say during the season.
I hate that because I think he's going to be a really good coach somewhere.
I don't know exactly. You said Travis?
Yeah, Travis Williams. Yeah, number 54. Well, he's 54 when he played at Auburn. Hey, Unc, you noticed my fine Johnny Rocket?
I did. I was going to comment on that. I just hadn't had time yet. Top notch.
Autograph too, my friend.
I see that.
Yeah.
What is it autographed to say?
Oh, it just says his name. Nothing.
Okay.
He's been on a rant lately too. I follow him on some of the socials.
Travis Williams is now the linebacker coach at Texas A&M.
Okay, I'm good with that. It's
still Texas A&M.
He was one of the best I've ever seen.
I mean, that game that I went to, they were all chanting his name, telling him to come back, because that's just because we lost to Arkansas. But
the jersey would have been cooler if it was the FNY jersey. I'm just saying.
Well,
But now let's get into Pete Golding.
Yeah.
And I know Brandon,
who has inherited apparently the most racist team in the country.
Well, they've been like that for years, allegedly.
That's just what I'm pretty sure Lane Kiffin said.
Unless you're asking Ole Miss fans, then LSU is the most racist team in the country. Allegedly.
I think they could have hired somebody better for that job.
Pogo the Clown?
I think, that's what Pete Golding is. I think what had happened was they was trying to hire somebody from within to keep this team together. Which we've seen multiple times from when coaches leave, they hire the defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator trying to retain guys. And that was,
I think pre-transfer portal, that's a wonderful idea.
Right.
But
I don't think that makes a damn anymore.
No. And that's where I was getting to. I think with the transfer portal in play, where you can just laugh at a guy for making a catch and he's going to leave, or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
But that is how this day and age works. Hiring your defensive coordinator, who is not a great defensive coordinator, I want to say. Yes, they did win games in the playoffs,
but all them players left.
All those players left. They went to the draft. They transferred. And there's technically still running a Lane Kiffin offense with Lane Kiffin assistants on that team.
Like I said, it was fired from Alabama for getting a DUI.
Something like that.
Golden?
Yeah.
Or left and then went to Ole Miss for that same reason.
Oh, because they allow that there. Got it.
Yeah. It's Ole Miss.
It would have been a great pickup for Georgia.
Experience.
Yeah.
Especially on the defensive side.
Yeah.
But I think out of everybody that I think it
Law
was just so
enforcement
late.
relations coordinator.
It was so late in the coaching carousel that they have messed up. Lane technically screwed them when this happened, because he waited till the last possible minute to do it.
Yeah. What did you expect?
Yeah. No, I don't know how you.
Hey, Brandon, look at our group chat.
Interpret him.
So, leaving. Nathan, one thing on that. That's great, but you don't get to pick your boss. You don't get to pick your coach. It's not a popularity contest.
But I think there's a difference too, like what Nathan said. Even what you're saying, there are players.
As far as buying in, the players are going to buy into him, whatever he's wanting to do. Mm-hmm. But he's going to run out of talent come about win 9 or 10.
Yeah, because you got your non-conference games, and I think this year coming up is going to be some of the biggest questions for the SEC all around, especially DeBoer, Alabama. If Kirby can keep his thing going, then the 4 or 5 new faces in the conference. How many wins can Texas get with their $6 billion roster? I think there's a lot of questions. Yeah, right.
I think this is the year where DeBoer is actually going to be tested, to see is he legitimately a good SEC coach or not. Well, all the Saban players are gone.
These are his
Like,
guys.
yeah, these are his guys. These are his coordinators. These are his assistants. But see if he's going to be able to cut it or not.
Yeah, and two things with them, even in recruiting and stuff, it's like I said, you don't have that Nick Saban lore as coach. I mean, he's still there in a lot of ways.
Right. But it's still
But
Alabama.
yeah, and that's the thing. How many kids will I can go play at Alabama? Alabama's this, that, and the other. But they don't have as talented as coaching staff as they did when Saban and them guys were there. So, how far can DeBoer and his staff elevate a 2-star to maybe a 4-star or like a 3 to a 5, and stuff like that. So I really think this is going to be, I won't say a make or break for DeBoer, but I think it's going to be a lot more seeing what Alabama's really getting what, third, fourth year in.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be make or break regardless. They just signed him to another
I was going to say they
3-4
signed
year
him to a
extension.
deal.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, through like what,
With-
2033 or something crazy.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I do remember that now. So, I mean, and I guess I meant far as make and break as in how the culture is changing down there. Because,
Yes.
of course,
Like,
anytime
this
you say
year
Alabama,
is going to set him up for his recruiting for the next 3 years till he gets fired.
I would think so. But now, again, back to the transfer portal and recruiting, it's, I got on a whole rant of there with somebody about it, and I was just pissing mad when I got done talking about it.
Well, see, we talked about the 6 coaches that left this season to find other jobs, or that got fired. I won't say
Yeah,
left.
there you go.
All of them got fired.
That's a better
But
term.
Mike Evans is the only one that left. But out of those 6 coaches that, found different jobs, that got different jobs inside the SEC, were teams last year afraid to fire some coaches like Jeff Lebby? Like, I won't say Eli Derkowitz. I mean, yes, he had a great season. I think Eli Derkowitz is a great coach. I think he is what Missouri needs. The hype's always around him, and I hate the hype that's around him. And then who else is there? Clark Lee, I don't think he's ever going to leave unless they just go 0-12 one season.
I mean, I know Pavia brought a lot to that team, but I think with what the culture is now or it's going to be, now they might not be as good, but I think they'll be able to compete better than they have in years past.
And see, that's shocking. I've seen a lot of people say that they could go back to the old Vandy and
Real
be bottom
fast.
dwellers of the SEC. And I could see that. But then again, if he can build on his success from 2 players, i.e. Diego Pavia and Stowers, if he can
They
build
have
off
the
that,
opportunity,
they can.
yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, which
then,
I like that. I like underdog stories, but
Everybody does. But I mean, it's like you said, it's going to be one or the other. Like, they're not going to sit in the middle.
no. I think either they're going to
They're
excel.
either going to get the brakes beat off of them, or they're going to keep doing what they've been doing and just be a side in everybody, thorn in everybody's side.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's
that
a good way
also
to put
brings
it.
me to another coach that we all said that should have been fired, but
Maybe.
didn't. No.
Oh, he did get
Well,
fired.
we all thought he was going to leave for another job. That'd be Shane Beamer in South Carolina.
I was
I don't know how
super
he did get
shocked.
fired.
That too.
Yeah, I was super shocked because when they announced
After his
his
attitude,
Well, I think the writing, because I watched what is it, Todd? You got me to watch the SEC thing.
SEC, not Untold.
The Untold, it's something like that.
Something
but
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because they did something
Behind
with
the
DJ
scenes.
Lagway and all that. Yeah, but no, I think he was getting to the point where he kind of knew the writing was on the wall, and he was just like piss on it, and stuff like that. And I figured, honest to God, he would have been at Virginia Tech.
Yeah. I mean, I think Virginia Tech did make a great hire.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. With him moving from that P4 school in Penn State, coming from Ohio State, Michigan, and
Oh, Keenan Williams Peel or whatever his name is.
all those other teams, I think going to the ACC will be a better move for him. And then comes and gets his old quarterback from Missouri this past season.
Yeah, I like that. That's the Virginia Tech might be scary for the ACC.
does anybody ever forget that Missouri came in and won the SEC?
When
When they first came to the SEC,
they won the East. They didn't win the
Yes,
SEC because I want
correct.
to say Auburn beat the brakes off them like 55-14 in the championship game.
Correct. But they just came out of
Okay.
nowhere.
Right. Yeah, and I mean this was a Missouri team led by Drew Lock.
Huh?
I don't remember that
Drew
far
Lock.
back. I just remember they actually came in and did well, and nobody expected it.
And that's one of the things is when a team like that,
Which,
you
was
know,
that
and that's what Pete
2013
Townsend-
Auburn team or the 2010? 2013.
I thought that was
2013.
2011 to 12. See,
It wasn't
nobody remembers.
2013. It was Trey Mason was our running back. It wasn't 2013 because we got beat against Georgia, I want to say, in the
With Nick
championship game.
Marshall. Because didn't we go to
Uh-huh.
Coach Eaton's house and watch that one?
Yeah. But Trey Mason was the running back. He had over like 200 something rushing yards.
Marshall
But-
and
Mason and all
It's
them.
2012.
2012.
Nope, 13. 13 and 14.
oh, the good old days.
They got beaten 13, 42 to 59 by
Georgia.
Auburn.
Oh, Missouri.
They got beaten 14 by Alabama, 42 to 13. So they came in and did real well 2 years in a row.
But, and again, I think Eli Dirkwitz, he's one of those coaches that will stick around. Somebody's burning something.
I bet you I know who it is. That means it's done!
But I think the head coaches on the hot seat going into the season would definitely be Shane Beamer. I'll throw in, what was the other guy I just said?
Dirkwitz?
Not Clarkley.
Not Pete
No,
Golding.
no, no.
Oh,
No, I
Levy.
think he's on the hot seat. Josh, yes, Jeb, whatever his name is, Levy from Mississippi State.
Jebby.
Even Jebby, even though he has a good team, what hurt them a lot last year was when Fluff went down and he was out for the count. Davin Booth wasn't performing at running back. Fluff was coming in and he was picking up Booth's
Is Fluff
slack,
back
and then
this year?
he gets hurt. Yes,
Good.
from what I've seen. That hurt them in the long run because they couldn't figure out the quarterback situation. Blake Shapen was not doing it. The
I mean, Fluff
freshman
was their
that came in-
offense.
Yeah, the freshman that came in during that time, he was doing good, but again, he was just a freshman. And like we talked about with Cutter Boley in Kentucky last year, that's good game experience, first of all. Yes, you're losing games in the SEC, but they wasn't getting blown out. Yeah, there was some games that they were getting blown out, and there was games that were close and they could have won, but
Game
freshman minimal,
experience is,
yeah,
it's...
freshman mental mistakes
Yeah.
when you're not built for that situation came back and bit him on the butt.
Especially
But-
against that Florida game.
Yeah, they got
When he threw
Throw
that.
one out.
He had 2 passes for 2 pick sixes.
I mean, that's touchdowns, just not for the right team.
Yeah, wrong. Same game, wrong team.
I feel like there's an SEC team that we're missed
Hey,
talking
Brandon, but I
about.
wasn't talking about that mess. I was talking about our phone messages. Go look back at it now. You'll see what I'm talking about. I was talking about Ole Miss.
Maybe Brent Venable. I heard a lot of talk about him last year, but I think what he did at Oklahoma was pretty great.
Me and you were the group.
Ole Miss.
No. Which messages? Me and you were the group.
Oh, the group, the whole group. Side note, but no, I do like you said with Venables. I don't know. I think they're
Sark ain't going anywhere.
no, definitely they're Well, they got too much money invested in between Cam Coleman and the rest of the.
Arch Manning.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I bet you if they wasn't paying him as much, he'd go somewhere else.
I don't think he's worth that much, but we'll see. Now he actually got a receiver.
So let's throw a hypothetical out here.
Oh, here.
I know it's
Don't
something.
get canceled.
No. This could be Lane Kiffin's only season at LSU.
Why you think that? NFL?
No. If DeBoer shits the bed,
He's going to go to Alabama.
absolutely.
What's a dream job for him?
It could happen.
So, that would
Do
suck
you
as an
think they'd
Auburn
pay
fan.
him over Dabo?
Yeah.
But say
Oh, yeah.
Dabo turns his season around though this year, and
At
Lane
Clemson?
takes that talented LSU team that they should have, right? LSU should they're saying LSU should
is
win
Leverett Lawrence playing for Clemson this year?
Could be.
Oh, hey, man.
But
LSU's the Devils not turning that team around, buddy.
They're the turd in the toilet bowl here the last 2
Exactly.
seasons.
Club Nick too. So, but I mean, again, that was a hypothetical. Is if the board does this, which I mean, crossing my fingers, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No, I still think there's a lot.
Alabama has.
Exactly. I think there's too much talent for them not to be successful. And if they're not,
3 good quarterbacks.
It's going to be on the
running
coaching
backs.
staff.
Wide receiver room could use some work after losing Jeremy Bernard and Oots. And what was the other one? Should have lost
Cuevas.
fingernails. Cuevas, yep. But I think Alabama's going to save Alabama's mostly going to be their defense.
And then Ryan Williams, whatever, Coleman. What is his name now?
Ryan Williams Coleman.
Ain't that crazy, Coleman? You're kidding me.
Did y'all see the news about Cupcake Weekend?
I was looking at that. SEC cuts
Starting
non-conference
2027, that is
games.
no more.
So how do you base that? Because you're still going to have to play 12 games. There is a game between, most teams play in-state except for Alabama. Auburn will play like Troy or UAB or Jacksonville State or something like that.
Yeah, like Auburn baseball get beat by Troy.
Simple. SEC athletic directors voted to play a conference game on the next to last weekend of the season rather than playing a non-conference foe.
And I think that's where they're going to mess up at.
We're already killing ourselves.
And I think it's 9-game season now, right? Or is it 10?
Mm-hmm.
9,
Yes.
10, something
Makes
like
it
that?
9.
So you're a 9-game SEC schedule, and you're playing 2 back-to-back. All right, so say if, back in the old days, like it used to be, Auburn plays Georgia, and then they turn around and play Alabama, which, I mean, that's normal. But there used to be an off week between that. But, you're getting teams that, now since they all changed that, Auburn was playing like a Mercer or who we about got beat by, or like a Ball State or somewhere in that between schedule to make up for
guys
that.
better and get some reps
Rest
in.
your guys. But now saying you're deep in a run, say you're LSU, or let's be real, say you're Georgia trying to make a good run to the SEC championship, and your 2 last games,
Or
which,
Texas
I mean,
and
their last game is Georgia Tech. So I mean,
okay. Well, even think if you still have to play at Texas or
but say you're Alabama, and you have to play Texas before Auburn, and say your quarterback gets hurt, and now you're throwing a guy out there that, I mean, Alabama, I'm pretty sure, has all the tactics in the world to get a quarterback ready within a week to get ready for a piss-poor Auburn team. Not saying that's not the case, but I think what they did was kind of terrible.
Yeah, so does or is it next year when the big playoffs start with the 12-team or the
24? Or is it 16?
I think it's 24. No, 16. That pisses me off. That makes no sense either.
Y'all throwing way too many numbers out there.
7.
Everybody gets a participation trophy now, so eventually it's going to be 134 teams in the playoff, and we'll start playoffs week 2.
All right, Auburn will make it then.
Nah, I wouldn't hold your breath on it.
Well, I mean, and that's the same thing with, they did it to the basketball this upcoming year. It's like 100 and...
Can we just point out that the
74
FCS has had it figured out for, I don't know, the last 40 years?
And I said it last year when me and Marty was watching more... Well, I know I was, and I'm pretty sure Marty was watching more FCS games. They are more... I'm not going to say it's better competition, but the games are just fun to watch. When you're watching a Central Arkansas play a Mercer,
I love watching some Jack State
or some Alabama State playing Alabama.
But they
A&M.
don't play 9 conference games a season.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Well, they probably don't even have 9 conference teams in there anyway. Because I know the SWAC don't have the 6 or 7.
SWAC games, buddy.
SWAC is where it's at. Let me be real. I love some SWAC football, but when you're turning this over to the big boys, i.e. SEC, you're playing 9 conference games out of, I'm still going to say it, the best conference in football. Because if we're back to playing 8 games, you're still going to have all these SEC teams being in the top 25. you add one more conference game, they're going to beat up on each other. And
which we've done even before they, especially now that it's the top two teams and not just we have.
Which I feel like that still is a better thing with the top two teams, because it's crazy you can get, say, Auburn, Alabama, if somehow it ever aligns inside the Iron Bowl SEC championship game.
That's crazy. Or, if you look at it like that, it's possible that they could play each other 3 to 4 times a year,
and especially back to back. Or like the world's greatest cocktail party for an SEC championship.
Yeah, like they need more people getting drunk.
I do like that scenario, but what I do not like is these people going from playing at Jacksonville, i.e. the world's greatest cocktail party. That is no longer in Jacksonville in a couple of years. That has moved into quote unquote neutral sites.
Oh yeah,
and it'll be rotated every other year.
I know, like you that.
I think if you're going to have neutral site games, let them be neutral site. Like, say if they want to bring the Iron Bowl back to Birmingham, that's great. Do it.
I've heard the rumors about that, but that's. Like
I don't think it'll ever happen. I think they get more money being it every other year.
There's no facility.
Yeah, that's a fine.
I think the Red River rivalry in Jerry World, that's a great spot. The rivalry. There's certain games like that should be at a neutral site. They shouldn't be a home and home. And that's just my personal opinion.
What have been with the cocktail part was that is Florida and Georgia?
Georgia, yeah.
So I mean, you're really drawing hairs because
I think the off-site games mess up the atmosphere.
Yeah.
That too, and it's kind of like how Auburn was supposed to play Baylor at home this year. Now they're playing for the KFC Chick-fil-A kickoff or whatever it is. Applebee's kickoff.
Chick-fil-A KFC business.
I don't know what it is. Aflac kickoff game. I think that's what it is. It's the Aflac kickoff game in Atlanta this year, and I think that in that situation it hurt somebody like Auburn. It hurt somebody like Auburn who had to go to Waco last year, and this year Waco or Baylor was supposed to come to Auburn, but now they have to go to Atlanta. I mean, I don't think
that sounds like a contractual issue to me.
Yeah, because that's not. I mean, that's a home game for Auburn.
Yes, but it's not a home game at the same time.
Well,
they said they're going to make more money doing that. I get that. Than playing them at home.
I got little ones to go take care of.
I was about to end it anyway, but I appreciate you coming.
I got to run. We'll see y'all.
But yeah, I mean, that was just my spill of it. Like I said, we're about to get off here as well. Want to thank the Dadpod with Hunter Brassfield, Nicholas Adam. Want to thank Brandon Trammell for joining us. Want to thank
Jud almost got here.
Jud almost got here. He tried. Tactical Pest Solutions, new name change for that one. We'll have to get everything situated before we run the commercial again on that one. And Chuck's eating in there as always. But I mean, like I said, it wasn't a lot. We're just trying to throw something out there. It's been a couple months, but hopefully be back next week and with some more off the wall topics. Yeah, but want to say thank you, everybody. God bless you. Y'all have a great weekend. Oh, I don't think it stopped yet.